Hello class, today we'll be working on finding the percent of a number. Alright, there's going to be two methods I show you. The first one is setting up a proportion. Okay, and this one will always have kind of the same steps, or the same setup. Alright, it starts with the part up top and the whole down here. Now it says is and of because a lot of times in stories, alright, it's going to have the words is and of right before that number. Alright, and then over here is going to be the percent over 100 because percents are always out of 100. Right? You can also write it though with the percent over here, 100, and the is and the of. Okay? It's also not wrong if you flip both of them upside down so the percent is on the bottom and the is on the bottom. This is just kind of the standard though, is the is of percent 100 or percent 100 is of. All right? And just like before, you're going to cross multiply. And divide. So you solve it just like we were solving proportions in our last unit, right? So this is method one. So hop over here. We start with our two fraction lines. And I like to start with the percent because it's easier. So there's the percent, 28% over 100. Okay, so I use that. And then I look, this says of before the 25, so it's going to go on the bottom. Okay, and that's because we're looking for out of 25. All right? We're going to do 28 times 25 to get 700. Okay, we'll do 700 divided by 100. Okay. Remember, dividing by powers of 10 is really easy. We're just going to move our decimal however many zeros. So 1, 2. Okay, so it is 7. Okay. Looking at this next one, put my fraction bars again. If you feel ready, pause the video, put them where you think, right? So I start with the percent. 35 is the percent. It goes over 100. That's the standard. Okay. And then we have of right there for our 60. Okay. And it's out of 60. All right. If you have not paused the video, pause it. Solve it for me. Okay. So if you notice, I cross multiply, got 2100. I divided by 100, which is the same as moving it over two places. So I do get 21. All right. Let's take a look at the next one. All right. What is 125% of 92? Well, already right now, when I finish this problem, I realize that it is going to have to be bigger than 92 because percent is bigger than 100. Okay, so pause the video, try it out. If you don't get bigger than 100, try it one more time. All right, so just like before I start with my percent, I'm going to put it on the other side just to change it up a little bit. Okay, and I know it says is right there. Because this is a percent is more important than putting it in the is spot. Okay, 92. So I did get 115. I cross multiplied. Okay, I divided by 100. I just moved it over 2. Okay, it will not always get rid of 2 zeros here. Sometimes it really will be a decimal, but in this case it worked out for each of them. And I got 115, which is more than 92, so that is at least a reasonable answer. Okay, let's take a look at method 2. Okay, method 2, we're actually going to look at the same problems, so we'll know if we got the right answers or not. All right, how this works is we're going to use a decimal. All right, so we take 28%, and we have to get this to a decimal. So we move it over to get 0.28. All right, and then we just multiply it by our of. Okay, so this method is only going to work when finding the part or the is section. Okay, 0, 4, 14, placeholder 0, 16, 4, 5, 0, 10, 7, There's 2 numbers behind the decimal, so it goes over, which is 7 again. Okay? The reason this works is because if you had 100 times 0.28, that would equal the 28%. Okay, because it would move the decimal over 2. Okay, so in this case, when we're finding the percentage or the decimal portion, I guess, of a different type of number, we can just multiply. Okay, pause the video, try out 2 and 3. All right, on 2, we're at 35%. We make it a decimal, 2.35. Okay, times 60, placeholder 0, 18, 19, 20, 21. Add them together. And there are 2 decimal places. So I get my 21 this time. All right. Another thing I want to tell you is that you never have to use method 2, okay, for my class. Method 1 you will have to use sometimes because we won't always be finding the part or the is, okay? So just know that this is a fine method, but you can't use it for all of the problems we'll have in this unit. If you have not already, pause the video and try out 3. Okay, if you notice, I did this one for you. You still get 115, but remember when you change a percent to a decimal, it only gets to go over twice no matter how many numbers are in the percent. Okay, so it goes 2 over from where the decimal is. So it's 1.25 times 92. You'll get 115 as well. All right, we will be practicing more later. Have a great day.